Hello, sweet soul. How are you? How are you feeling? How is your heart? How is your body? How are the sensations in your body? How are you feeling in your body? Well, I want you to sit with that for just a moment because today is the day where we reveal or uncover some of that together. And that's because I'm coming in with a soul voice practice. Now, I typically do these in my containers, but I'm going to do it today on a video so you have it so you can always go back to it. Before we begin, hi, I'm Maggie. I'm a storyteller and a ritualist and an author, and I help you hear your soul, allow its language of love to hold you and soothe you as you choose you, as you embody the love that you truly are. And once you do that, you call in all the love you seek outside of you. It just naturally arrives, right? And so I teach you how to do that in lots of different ways. Most recently, I made a free 2-part workshop with practices that's linked in the description. It's called You Are Your Soulmate. So feel free to go there and watch it as many times as you'd like. So today I want to begin with first describing what the voice of the soul sounds and feels like before we go into the practice. And normally what I do is in group sessions, when I do this, I attune to the energy of the group. And so understand that in this moment, as a means to reflect resonance, I was gifted the topics that we would explore together during this practice. So it's a short practice. It's probably about 10 or 15 minutes tops. And so what I do wish for you to do is to grab a glass of something to drink, like water or tea. I have some tea here. And to grab a journal and a pencil that you can use afterward to take note of anything meaningful to you. You can pause now and come back when it feels good, when you feel right and ready to do this practice. You could also save this practice into your watch later list and do it when you're alone, when you feel like you have the spaciousness to really connect within, because that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to teach you how to hear your soul. Okay, so first, let me describe what the soul feels like and sounds like. It certainly is a language. I call the soul and its voice the calm and all-knowing wisdom that surfaces from within when you get quiet and listen. And we're going to get quiet today and listen. I also call it the language of love, that for some is buried deep within, for others is closer to the surface, and it is ready to hold you and to articulate what complexities you are moving through right now, what emotions you are holding on to right now, what situations you are moving through. The soul may speak with words. It may speak with one word or a short series of words, or it may give you a full sentence. We're all at different places, doing different things in different bodies. So there's no one way to hear your soul, right? The soul could offer visuals or images, or the soul could offer sensations in the body, right? Again, no judgment. You can't do this wrong. Just know that the more you do it, the more you attune to the way your soul wishes to speak to you and then express in the world. If you hear anything come out of your mouth and you are going to articulate, to verbalize, to vocalize during this practice. If you hear anything come out of your mouth that is negative or harsh or judgmental or angry, I wish for you to understand that that is likely not the soul. That is the mind or the ego wishing to express and have its say. And it has found a moment when you have gotten quiet enough for it to say what it needs to say. If you hear fear expressed, that is typically the mind or the ego. We allow it, right? Usually at the start of practicing how to hear the soul, there's a lot of gunk that wants to be unlodged in the body, in the voice. And we just allow it. We just allow it to come to the surface. We allow the mind and its ego to have its say. It's fine. All is allowed. Once all of that is said, once the mind has had its say, underneath it, in a softer way, the soul can come forth. So I invite you to no judgment. That's what I'm hearing, no judgment. There's no right or wrong. If anger comes forth, if judgment comes forth, allow it to come forth and invite your soul to hold it. Invite your soul to listen. And sometimes when we are first speaking with the soul will speak about the anger and the frustration and the feelings, right? And that is a means to get it out of the body. When you are feeling things in your body, you need a way to get it out of the body or to integrate it into the body, right? There are so many different ways you can do that. And for me, the most reliable way, the way I have built up trust in me, the kind of trust where I trust myself above everyone else, all other inputs, is by speaking to the soul and allowing it to have its voice. So eventually the soul gets softer. Eventually the soul feels like, okay, this body's going to allow me to express. You know, when I first began speaking to my soul, first there were a lot of tears and a lot of emotions because the soul was saying things, offering truths that the body wasn't necessarily poised to hear, ready to hear. So my body experienced a kind of contrast between what was and what I was feeling and what I wished for, right? Allow it all. All is allowed. The first two words that came forth for me were, when I first started speaking to my soul, were stop. And I knew what it wanted me to stop. I could feel it in the body. And cozy time. Cozy time. Which was an invitation to get cozy with myself, to settle into the soul, to sit down at the altar within me, to express devotion to that altar, to express reverence to that altar, to love on me. This was a particularly grueling time in my life. Everything was going wrong, or what I perceived to be wrong in that moment. Literally, work bad, relationship bad, parents gone, house on its way to leaving. I was going to have to totally do everything from scratch again. And over the course of 10 or 11 years, I heard my soul hold me and tell me truth, speak truth, my truth, right? And for the first time, I believed it. I used to go outside of myself to validate what I was feeling within. I don't do that anymore. I don't ask people their opinions about me. I don't pepper people with questions about what I should do or not do. I speak to my soul, and my soul helps me embody my innate wisdom, my lived experience wisdom, and helps me follow the call, whatever the call is in a particular moment. So I wanted to leave all that with you to give you a little bit of understanding, right? And oh yeah, I hear the call to say that in the workshop, in the description, that free workshop, I take you through a different type of soul voice practice that's very different than what we're about to go through. Only because in every moment that I do this exercise with people, I attune to that energy, to that frequency, and what wishes to come to the surface. And what I heard today was very specific. So to begin, I hope you're cozy. I hope your door is closed. I hope you feel like you can speak aloud. You are going to speak aloud. I'm not going to hear you necessarily, but I am going to feel you. And after this practice, I invite you to come back into the comments and tell me what your soul told you. I promise I will acknowledge it with love, right? I will acknowledge the beauty that is you, the beauty that wishes to express. So, what we're going to do is get really cozy. What you can do if you wish is you can sit in a chair that's really comfortable, right? Upright with your back supported, with your feet on the ground, or you can lay horizontal in a bed. And I did many of my original practices with the soul 10 years ago, horizontal in a bed. So I got really comfortable. I could trust that I was held. I could trust that I could explore what the soul was going to surface. You choose. And once you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. I just want to say thank you for being open to engaging in this practice with me. I just want you to breathe normally for a moment, just a moment. My intention is for you to feel safe and cozy and calm and quiet. To begin, to really get into your soul, we must breathe together. So I'm going to guide you through 10 deep breaths. And these breaths are very specific. So let me explain it to you first. We are going to breathe in through the nose, down into the belly, and fill ourselves up with air, and then we are going to release the breath through the mouth, through an elongated out breath, where we can calm the parasympathetic nervous system, right? But the elongated out breath, that breath is what holds you through whatever gets revealed to you today. It's what holds you through emotion. So if something gets surfaced and you feel uncertain or confused, take a big deep breath in and then release it through the mouth. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to guide you through 10 of these breaths. So breath number 1, in and out. Breath number 2, in and out. Breath number 3, in and out. Breath number 4, in and out. Breath number 5, in and out. I'm going to invite you to make that out breath longer. Breath number 6, in and out. Breath number 7, in and out. Breath number 8, in and out. Breath number 9, in and out. And breath number 10, in and out. All right, I want you to return to a normal breath pattern. Keep your eyes closed and just breathe with me and listen. Sweet soul, I'm going to ask you some questions. And the invitation on the altar between us is for you to reply to those questions aloud. There is no right or wrong way to do this. You can't express from your soul in a wrong way. Sweet soul, how are you feeling today? Sweet soul, I invite you to describe that feeling in a little more depth and perhaps identify where it is in the body, if possible. Sweet soul, why are you feeling this way? Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. 1 word, 10 words, all is allowed. Why are you feeling this way? Sweet soul, today I'm hearing the call to hold some space for you to speak about a relationship in your life, one that may be particularly challenging. Maybe it's a bit like a roller coaster, or maybe it's a bit dormant. Maybe it wishes for more aliveness. Can you verbalize which relationship this is? Sweet soul, what does the human in you need to know about this relationship? What do you wish to express about this relationship now? I want you to say all the things you need to say. Sweet soul, it could be that this relationship is experiencing uncertainty, a lack of aliveness, conflict, judgment. Bring further curiosity to this relationship and verbalize what you feel may be happening between you and this other individual, this other energy. Sweet soul, is there a gift in this situation? Understanding that it comes with emotions, but is there a glimmer of something powerful, helpful, or meaningful in this relationship that you need to know now? Sweet soul, is there a next step? And if so, what is it in the context of this relationship? Is the next step to pause? Is the next step to go within? Is the next step to stop and be still? Is the next step to do something very specific? Sweet soul, is there anything else you wish to say about this relationship so this human hears and understands and receives your wisdom? Thank you, sweet soul. Sweet soul, may I ask you, is this human loved? Is this human always loved? Is this human well? Is this human always well, even when things appear to not be well? Sweet soul, is there any last bit of wisdom or words you'd like to share? Okay. Keep your eyes closed. I just want you to take 3 deep breaths with me. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Breath number 1, in, out. Breath number 2, in, out. And breath number 3, in, out. Now, my invitation to you in this moment is to slowly come back to the space between us. Keep your eyes closed or looking down, you can open them slightly if you'd like. Maybe turn your head to the left or turn your head to the right. Maybe slowly take in the surroundings of whatever space you're in. And once you are fully acclimated, I invite you to write down what came up for you. And you can write it in your journal, or you can write it in the comments of this video so that I can witness it for you, so that all of us can witness it for you. And those prompts that I'd like to leave with you are: what did you hear? What was revealed to you? How did it feel to hear it? And was there any action or next step inspired by hearing your soul speak to you? And my final invitation to you is to save this video so you can do it again and again and again. I speak to my soul on a daily basis now. And oftentimes, that's how these resonance transmissions come in for you on my channel. So feel free to save, and also feel free to download that free 2-part workshop in the description, because it has another soul voice practice and a separate practice on how to hold the vision of your life. So download those, try those out, see how it feels, and let me know how you feel now in the comments. And know that all is allowed. All is okay. It's okay for you to feel good. It's okay for you to feel sad. It's okay for you to feel uncertain, right? Be with those feelings, allow them, and let your soul hold you and soothe you through those feelings. And that's enough for this practice today. Thank you for participating, for being here with me. And if you think it would help someone else, feel free to share it with them. And I promise I will be back with another resonance message or another transmission or another practice very, very soon. Take care.